with a quick live, and then it's going to go to being a silent live. But happy Saturday, folks. Happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for coming in to all that come into the to this live broadcast and to those that catch the replay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Morning news, morning news. Just a little chat time, folks. Just a little chat time. Some things are reminders of things that I have said before, and some things, of course, if you hadn't heard them, it will be new and hopefully something that you can lose. So there's just a whole lot happening all the time out here in the news. Lots of stuff, and of course, I'm not going to cover everything here on this live or probably other lives, etc. Just things that are important to me and hopefully helpful and important to you also into, if not now, but into the future. As you know, this is a budgeting channel, and the and beyond is some of the things that I cover in some of the lives, along with the budgeting, the money, etc. part. But here we go, here we go, here we go. Of course, Mother's Day is coming up, guys. Like I mentioned in my last live, which was yesterday before my granddaughter called, and it went crazy, went left. But yes, Mother's Day next month, May 12th. I am sure that you have. Hello, Angela. How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. Spicing it up over there with those high spice prices. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I saw that one bowl or one cup cobbler you did the other day. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Welcome in. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Yes, don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Don't forget to hit the like button. I do appreciate it. Just random chat, like I said, morning news, home buying stuff, college, etc. But yes, Mother's Day is coming up. So, guys, spouses, boyfriends, situationship people, folks, make sure that you get those gifts plural together. Make sure you get those gifts together. Get those gifts together, folks. The college part. I mentioned this before in a previous live that the colleges now are going back to having students do the SAT as an as a requirement for enrollment. So please make sure that your student is good to go, that they know now that they do have to take the SAT test, and of course, to make sure that you have the money available to take the test one, two, three, four, or five times. Please make sure that you put that as a budget item coming up, and whatever schools. When I went online and looked, yeah, it seems that it was. Yes, this year is going by so fast, going by so fast. We are in month 4, and in a few days, this month will be over, and we'll be in the fifth month, and then almost half the year is will be gone. MIT, Yale, Dartmouth, and Brown are some of the ones that were mentioned in an article that I looked at. Hello, Joshua. Welcome in. They are going back to having the SAT done. And also in that particular article, it says that all public universities in Georgia and Florida are requiring the SAT also. So something else for the parents to add another box to say SAT or SATs in case your students have to take the test more than one time. I think I read in one story, and it may have happened prior to that. I'm thinking in my brain that it happened prior to that. They had stopped the SAT stuff because it was not fair to most of the folks that shared my reflection and other minority folks, etc. And at the time, well, the whole reasoning was that the SAT was a good indicator of whether students, and of course, it's not all if they take the SATs and they're going to stay in college and finish up college, that does not apply. But that was a strong reasoning or point for having the SAT in place itself. It was a good indicator that they would, be successful in their college studies, etc. Doesn't mean that they will graduate, but that they will be successful, probably less dropping out, etc. Maybe less problematic situations coming up with regards to their academic studies and all this other stuff. And so they stopped that because it was hello files, thanks for coming in, because it was unfair to folks that share my reflection and maybe to other minority students, etc. And the thing is, then and still now, is that the folks that are able to afford to have their children take the SAT, get tutors, and a whole host of things all the time, 365, 24 by 7, they are continuing to do that. And the other folks, aren't in a position to do that. They don't have the money, et cetera, to get uh, tutors, to get all this type of prep in order to take the test. Some folks aren't good test takers, etc. A whole host of things. So that was the reason that they stopped it, and now it is back. It is back. So make sure that you, if that is you, or if that is your child, and you have grandchildren that are going to be entering college, during the fall, etc., then uh, let your let your child know that there's students, that your grandchildren need to take the SATs if they haven't been following it, because they're out here working the 25 jobs that they need to in order to. I think Angela said that she took the SAT. These messages are going by fast. Hello, dog people. How are you? Pleasant morning, and pleasant morning to you too, Donna. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. It is graduation season. It's always graduation season because people are graduating at different times. People are graduating at different times of the year, but we know that it really gets kicked up around May, June, July, all the graduation ceremonies. And I do know that C-SPAN, uh, I don't know what they still do now, but in the past, they, as many as they possibly can do, they will hold some of the graduation commencement speeches from, most of the time, they have the celebrities, the stars, etc. Hello, Miss Kimbling. How are you? How are you? Yes, it has been a while. All is good. All is good over here. Hopefully things are going good with you. That's that's Kim at Miss Kim's Bling Bar and More. She is she sells paparazzi jewelry, so you make sure you go over there and check her out. And the other folks that are here also in too, Angela Critters, go check her out. She's over there cooking up a storm. Go over there and check her out. Joshua Gabriel, he's gonna be doing some artwork soon. Go check him out. Go check him out. Matthew Whittington, he is over there with the train, showing his food that he's eating, etc., doing lives, trying to get to so many subscribers, etc. Everyone is doing their thing. With regards to YouTube, go check them out. And Dawn People doesn't have a YouTube channel, but is a fantastic supporter to myself and others. So thank you so much, Dawn People, for that. But yeah, make sure you go check out each other if you haven't checked each other out. If you aren't already a family member, go check them out. But yeah, graduation season, and the season for your student, if they are going to college and they're going to be a freshman, that season also went too. They're going to be leaving home possibly, or maybe going in state to school, but they'll be coming back home each day. So that too. Back to the SAT. Make sure you plan for that also too. So if you have a student that's graduating, hopefully you got their gift together. Or if you have a friend or family member whose child is graduating from college, that is now is the season is coming up. So make sure you plan for any travel you're going to be doing for the occasion, whatever type of gift that you are going to be given. And cash is always king. Cash is always king when these things come up. And then most people give some type of novelty gift, but cash is king. Of course, the gift cards. If they have told you something, if you have asked and they have told you, I would like to have X particular item, and you're able to manage that yourself, then and you give them that is good. And advice is always something good to give. And I know they've been having people talk to them for the last 4 or 5 years, and plus from 0 to 18, and you as the parent have been talking to your kid and maybe some of your nieces and nephews for the time that they have been around you, etc. So please make sure that if you want to give some good sage advice that they can use down the road, in the near term, long term, etc., give them some good advice also too while you're handing over their cash. Maybe slip a little note in there about something like, it would be a good thing if you save 25% of this, if you put 25% of this into, to start your home buying fund or something or another like that. Or if they want to get further educated, This is to help you with your master's degree. I know you talked about, wanting to get a master's degree and all that type of thing, something like that. So yeah, but giving them some good advice, like say, save your money. If you've been talking to them all along, that would have been something good. But it is that season. It is graduation season, folks. It is graduation season. It's the weekend also in two. You know what I say over here. Watch those coins. Hashtag coin watch. Make sure you do your best to stay on budget. Do your best to stay on budget. If today is a no, my son and wife are building a new house. Bad timing with interest rates high. Yes, and I'm going to get into a little story about Dave Ramsey with regards to the home buying, some of the things that he suggests, which is some of the things that I speak about, but he's been speaking about it for a long time, as he is older than I am, etc. And he's been in this financial game for a great while. Hello, Spice Budget. How are you? How are you? How are you? But yeah, I am big on, on giving advice to my grandchildren. Not that they take it, but I think some of the recent things that have happened with them. I think they're kind of sort of getting it, but nonetheless, that's a whole nother thing. But yeah, all right. And Joshua's telling us he's going to be moving and all that good stuff. Yeah, stay on budget. Do your best to stay on budget. Do your best to stay on budget, folks, as best as you possibly can. I know that people are out here that we're having to get 2, 3, and 4, 5 side hustles in addition to 2 and 3 jobs. The food prices, the gas prices, as I talk about all the time, it is just crazy. It is just crazy. But there are so many tips and little hacks or whatever that you can do out here to help you with your budget. But of course, as with anything, you have to do the work. Meal planning, big one, big one, big one, meal planning. However it is that you are shopping, maybe you're shopping every week. Shop your pantry. See if you can, just with the items that you have in your freezer, your fridge, and your pantry, make 2 or 3 meals so that you don't have to go and spend to buy 2 or 3 extra meals, etc. Try that. Couponing is good. These are things that I mentioned before, and if you're new, then you may know already, but sometimes it's helpful as a reminder, even for myself, because sometimes I get sidetracked. Meal planning, couponing, and of course they have these apps now. These apps, Ibotta, Fetch, for using the receipts, etc. And for if you buy particular things, you get so many points. And with the points, after you get so many points, you can use them to. Seems like something is falling out my nose, but it isn't. You can use the points to either get a gift card to different places, and I've used Fetch, so I've gotten the Walmart one numerous times. So you just scan your receipt, etc. But check out, there's so many more out there. I think Rakuten was one. I don't know if they're still there. Maybe they've been bought out from someone. But yeah, lots of ways to manage your budget. Manage your budget. Those advertisements, they come ever so often depending on the area that you're in and when the grocery stores are doing their sales. Shop the circulars for the food, the meats and all of it, but the meats and stuff that they have on sale. You wouldn't know if it is a good sale. This thing is, oh, oh my goodness. It's already all over the face. This thing is sliding down. Let me get it over here. Okay. That's lovely. Okay. Uh, if something is a good price or not with regards to the meat because you're, watching the circulars that come by, and each and every time, if it's 199, then it's 179, 169, 149 per pound for a particular type of meat that you want, etc. Then, yeah, get that. And that's why my husband and I fight the most about. I'm a saver and he's not. It's a mindset. It is. And he wants it when he wants it. When he wants it. Yes, I get it. Spice says she loves Fetch. Yes, me too. I love Fetch. Just so easy. Just you can do the receipts. And you can do your ATM receipts also into. I don't do that, and I know that it's blocking out some of the numbers. I'm getting off on a tangent. Not on that tangent, but just on something else. So it may start thinking I'm a crackhead. I keep like some hair or something. I'm still here. It's falling around my nose or something. I don't know what's going on. But yeah. Um, yeah. I know that the numbers are blocked out to your account except for the last 4 or something, but I still just don't do it. Just want to be careful. But yeah. back to what I was saying. Yes, do your best to stay on budget. Do your best to stay on budget. And if you're like me, I have a no spend days and spend days. My spend days are Wednesdays and Sundays, and I try to stick to that. Sometimes I fall off track, and I have a goal of 16 no spend days for the month, each and every month. And I made that. If you check my video out from this morning, my cash stuffing from this morning, then you'll know that my husband was that way. He regrets it now. He wishes he had put more into retirement funds. I understand we all have those regrets about wishing that we had did something differently with our money, etc. But when you know better, you do better. And if you're to the point where it's kind of sort of a moot point, then it is what it is. But if you're still able to put some money into a retirement fund, even if you are retired and maybe still, getting money from it, etc., then do so, because you still got time on your side. While you are still breathing, you still have time. Trust and believe, you still have time. We get it. No, none of us are, 20, 25, etc. Uh, yes, I feel stuff like my nose. Exactly. This it's just happened. This has I don't know what's going on here. And I had the windows up in the house yesterday, so that might be something different. Most of the time, I would like to have them open more often, but sometimes I'm listening to something. And anyway, yeah, so yeah. But yeah, would have, could have, should have. And like you said, Miss Blinken, like I know it is a mindset thing. Yeah, I'm not on crack, folks. I'm not on crack or heroin or whatever they do, with these things. I'm not doing a line. I'm not doing that. But yeah. Yeah, exactly like I was saying, mindset shift, mindset change all the time, all the time. You got to be doing that. Yeah, they don't get it that you're bringing them with you. Yeah, you talk about your husbands and stuff, and they're not being focused, or they're not getting the message that hey, this is what's going on, and we're we're looking out for our interests down the road when we are retired and no longer working, no longer can work, or something happened to where we're in a situation where we can no longer work, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a lot, but and just like Miss Kim is saying, sometimes the light bulb comes on for them, and sometimes it's they wish that they had done something different or listened, etc. But yeah, do your best to stay on budget, and if you know that you need to change something in your life to make it better for you down the road, do your best that you can to do that. Do the best that you can to do that. Do the best that you can to do that, to make the change. Make the change that you want to see in your life, all this other good stuff. And back to the college stuff, the FAFSA, they was having some issues. I don't know whether they still are, but at one time, might have been last month or 2 months prior, they were having some issues with the rollout of the FAFSA or the new FAFSA or some new part of the FAFSA. That is I wrote it down. Free application for federal student aid, and this is where you use this particular form, and I wrote it down. Used to apply for federal grants, work study funds, and loans. So that particular form is out there. I did see something this morning. It said something about there was a grandparent loophole, because sometimes when families goes to college, everyone in the family that wants to help, can help, and are willing to help are on board with it. And of course, that is the parents, the students, if they are working, etc., and applying for. Yep, here we go again, applying for um, scholarships, etc. Everyone is involved, and of course, the grandparents, if they, like I said, want to and are willing to help, then there's a grandparent loophole. So if that is you or someone please make sure that if you are around them and you remember this, let them know that hey, the FAFSA has a grandparent loophole. You may want to check it out to see what it is, etc. And of course, at the same time, we don't want our grandparents who may still be young enough that they are working. Just visit me too, bro. Okay. Uh, Grandparents that may still be young enough to where they are working, they haven't retired yet. We don't want to get them in any type of tax implications, some type of tax hole, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because they may be done with the kids and all this their kids to where it's not a write off for them, their grown kids. Hello, Mr. Rita Butter Boutique. How are you? How are you? So we don't want to get them in any type of tax implication. So make sure that if this is you or you know of someone, make sure that they are reading everything with regards to this if they are going to be in there trying to help out. What else do I got on here? Uh, yeah, back to the house buying. This is an article that I saw from the street, written by a Jeffrey Quigley, and this was April 25th this year at 9:46 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Eastern Standard Time, same thing. And I'm just going to do a few notes on here. But the title of it is Dave Ramsey says the time to buy a house is now. And I'm sure most folks may be familiar with Dave Ramsey, a financial um, guru that's out here. He talks about the 7 baby steps, and there may have been something that was out there already. Who knows? But anytime someone speaks about the 7 baby steps, they connect that to Dave Ramsey, and you can go check out his site if you want more information on that. But nonetheless, he does a podcast, has a radio show, maybe a TV show somewhere. Except I know he did in the past, but I don't know whether he still does or not. But nonetheless, Dave Ramsey says the time to buy a house is now. I'm not going to read the whole article, but just a few things from this with regards to buying a house. And I know Angela said that I think her son and his wife were building a home. I may have gotten that backwards, and I can't remember what her text said. But Dave Ramsey, personal finance author and host of the Ramsey Show, explained how taking a close look at the housing market and one's own financial well-being can lead to the conclusion that it's wise to buy a house now. And the most important thing, and you'll see what I'm saying in this particular sentence, was and one's own financial well-being. And it goes on to mention a whole lot of other things. Um, he mentioned that, of course, housing prices is not likely to go down. Probably in any place, it's probably going to go up. And I get it. There are probably places where you can go here in these 50 states and find great housing, etc. And of course, the other thing is, hello, Lisa, do you want to live there? Do you want to raise your children there? If that's going to be an issue, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. What does the schools look like if you have children in that particular thing, et cetera, et cetera. Do I want to retire here? Will this be something just for me for 5, 7, or 10 years, and then I'm going to go and live in the forever place I want to live? But housing prices is still probably going to continue to go up. And he mentions if you're ready to buy, now's the time. That is key. If you're ready. And he goes on. Ramsey explained a few big reasons to buy a house now if your finances are in order for such a move. So this is not just for folks that, oh, I want to buy a house, etc., and they have nothing in place. They haven't saved up a down payment. Their credit isn't together, and a whole host of other things aren't right. This is not for those type of folks. We have been in our house 40 years in May. I cannot believe it. Yeah, at the time, the time flies by so fast. That's Angela. Yes, the time flies by so fast. And maybe your kids, and then sometimes your kids are looking at you and others that are in their home and have purchased their home. Here it goes again, way back when, and like, oh, I'm not, and we see these stories. I'm not doing better than my parents, and the parents are looking at their kids like, wow, I'm doing better than what my kids are doing. And possibly you spent all this money sending them to college, and it's just a mess. It's just a mess. And they're not doing as well as you are. And when you started out, I mean, the minimum wage might have been $3.25, and you might have been a stay-at-home mom. You just had a whole lot of other things going on that's totally different. Now everybody, and even the 2-year-old kid, needs a job now in the family. It's just a mess. But the big point here is if your finances are in order, then now is the time to buy if your finances are in order. And of course, in the story it mentioned, you can always go back and refinance. We see that the interest rates are high. So at some point, we're hoping that they go down. And then when they do, hop on that train to go down. Please do not sell your property. I still regret I let my husband talk me into selling 2 properties. They are worth so much now. Yeah, yeah. Gotta hold on to that property. Yeah. And I guess she was probably meaning rental property, other property that she had, or maybe property that she acquired, etc. And you sell it, and then the value more likely than not will go up. Just like, and I'm not a financial advisor, a planner, counselor, none of that. YouTube lawyer of any type. But yeah, the value of these things normally they continue to go up. Of course, just like the stock market, it can be up days, down days, etc. But over time, you're going to be to the good. You're going to be to the good. Yeah. Okay, and that was that. You can always refinance. And here are some of the 4 major financial items you should consider to be sure you are ready for home buying in this economic environment. And he says the first is to be sure you are completely out of consumer debt, including car loans, credit cards, and student loans. That is a tall order. People always try to buy our land. Oh heck no, it goes up every year. Exactly, exactly. People know what, and of course, land is finite. When it's all gone, etc. And yeah, people they want to get that land to either just keep it, build their home, etc., etc. So valuable, so valuable. And this is a tall order for people to be totally and completely out of consumer debt. But this, like I said, this is something that he is recommending. And these are the 4 things that he said. This now is the time to buy if you meet these 4 requirements. Totally out of consumer debt. Everything. Cars, student loans, etc. Credit cards, all of that. The second thing he says is to have 3 to 6 months worth of emergency funds available. The other thing he recommends is a down payment of at least 5 to 10%, but he strongly encourages putting 20% down. I'm sure that most folks here that are listening have heard of putting 20% down. And the last thing he said regarding house payment, Ramsey believes homeowners should be sure their monthly payment will be no more than 25% of their take-home pay. That was the 4th and final thing. So per Dave Ramsey, if you're considering, people need to be concerned. Your HOA fees, where they buy, yeah, find out how much they have gone up in the past. Yes, they do creep up in an HOA, and they do creep up. They do creep up. And sometimes, depending on the type of house that you have, a whole host of things, what new things they want to get, etc. It's a whole mess. So if you are ready to buy a home and want to buy one in this environment, per Dave Ramsey, you need to have these 4 things good to go and in order before you do. Some of it is just good information to have, but being totally out of consumer debt is going to be a tall order for some, and there are ways, and you can check out the internet with regards to getting there, with regards to getting totally and completely out of debt. Like Ms. Blink said, and like I know, and most of you all know, mindset shift. If you have things going on financially to where you want to get out of debt, improve your situation, whatever that situation is regarding your money, start 529s, educational savings accounts, etc., a whole host of things for your child or children. There are ways to do that. There are ways to do that, but it's going to require you having a mindset change, mindset shift, and of course doing the work. And it may be hard for some people to do the work, because in doing the work, for some, maybe not for all, you're going to have to give up something at some point, or cut back on something at some point. Slowly but surely, you're going to have to cut back on something, and then possibly totally cut something or some things out if you really want to reach your goal. If you really want to reach your particular goal. But yeah, I think that was all that. The cash stuffing. You check out my cash stuffing video and all my cash stuffing videos that are on here, etc. Yeah, I think that was pretty much it. Once again, Mother's Day is coming up. Make sure you got those gifts together, guys. Make sure you have those gifts together. Father's Day is coming up in June. Ladies, okay. I got to say it. Ladies, make sure that you have those gifts for your for your husband, that uncle that you love so much, or that uncle that may have been a father figure to you if you didn't have one. I mean, my dad was in my life, but everyone's situation is different. Maybe you have a coach that, or a personal trainer, someone that is a father, and then maybe if they're not a father, maybe just want to show appreciation, and this is, where it's clicking. Father's Day is clicking with you, father, man. Okay, I got a personal trainer or something another like that. Or maybe one of your kids' coaches that has been very helpful and kind of sort of a father figure to your kid, um, in the absence of their father, etc. So yeah. Christmas is coming again. I'm back talking about cash stuffings. You can stuff that cash now, even if it's just $20 per month. It'll be more, you'll have more than what you would have had you not done it when Christmas comes around. And, we want to be doing these things. If you need to start a gas fund, because the gas prices are high, whatever, I wrote these things down. Any special occasions, birthdays, your own anniversary, you're planning a Disney trip, you're planning any other type of trip that you and or your child or children want you to your children want to go on, etc. That type of thing. Birthdays, graduation season is coming up. And it's going to be money, money, money. Thanksgiving, get that turkey. We see the prices now, the more close that it gets to Thanksgiving. And if you do Thanksgiving, big and fancy and all this other stuff, now is the time to, put some money in an envelope, because that turkey is probably going to be off the chain high. And it was probably 2 years back when I started talking about it. And if you're getting all the fixings, etc., then a good thing. If you are doing like a potluck style at someone's house and you need to bring, certain things, you can start saving for that. If you're going to be traveling, getting on, an aircraft, airplane, etc., driving in the car, taking a train, etc., bus to get to someone's house to participate in Thanksgiving or Christmas, and start saving for that, if that is going to be an extra added expense that now that you're going to have to meet when the time comes. Start putting money away for that now. That would be a good thing. That would be a good thing. But yeah, the cash stuffing is working for me. And I do have my moments while I get up where I get off track, but for the most part I am on track. But yeah, the cash stuffing is working for me. But as always, I want to make sure that I'm being safe, and I am, and others that are, stuffing cash, that we're being safe with the cash in our homes. And, as most people, they stuff a little bit and then they take it back to the bank, etc. But yeah, we definitely want to make sure that we are being safe with our cash stuffing, etc. And definitely in my brain, it's working for me and may not work for you, may not be what it is that you want to do. But definitely make sure that you are doing some type of saving slash investing, not a financial advisor or planner, YouTube, lawyer of any type, counselor, any of that with regards to personal finance or otherwise. But please make sure that you are, you got to get that emergency fund funded up uh, 3 to 6 months or more. And when for the emergency fund, it should cover, like, for the most part, all of the basics: the food, the clothing, the shelter. And if you have a car, you won't have to throw money into that. But for the most part, it should just cover the food, the clothing, and the shelter, the things for that shelter, your house. You're having to pay the utilities, etc. That type of thing. That is what the 3 to 6 months or more of funds should cover. And of course, people have other things also too. And if that is you, and you need to be putting money for that, if it's a car and you have that car payment, then make sure that you are putting enough money in there for the car payment, for the car payment also too. Yeah. And if your job offers some type of 401k and you can participate, match it up to the max if you can, and if you can't, then match it to wherever their starting point is. That is going to be a good thing for you for your retirement down the road, as pensions are few and far between nowadays. And of course, make sure that you're monitoring your finances, checking your um, bank accounts. Of course, you can do it online. You can do it every day. I'm sure that might be a little bit too much for a lot of folks, but you definitely want to make sure that you're checking it for errors and a whole host of things. Yeah. Save yourself. No one is going to save you, me, or the next person. Save yourself. Save yourself. Become your own savior. Become your own bank. All of that good stuff. You are going to walk before it gets hot. Yeah. Okay, Angela, thanks so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Take care. Take care. Thanks so much for being here. Take care. Enjoy your walk. Enjoy your walk. But yeah, be your own bank and do the things that you know that you need to do to get yourself in the best financial situation, best financial health that you can. And like Miss Kim's Bling Bar said, it is a mindset thing. It is a mindset thing. And once you get your mindset and it shifts and you can stay consistent, that is going to be a good thing for you. That is going to be a good thing for you. I am going to get off of here, folks. Thanks so much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure you check out each other's channel. I saw Lisa J. Stocks come in here, and I see that she goes live on the weekends mostly. So go and check out her channel to see the next time that she's going live. She probably has an upcoming on there. Go check out Lisa J. Stocks. Go check out Lisa J. Stocks. And yes, Butter Roll Boutique, go over there and check her out. She's over there crocheting, doing a little gardening, all of that good stuff. Go and check out Miss Rita over there at Butter Roll Boutique. Yeah, she bought herself some Happy Mail. It's always a good thing when we buy our own selves Happy Mail. But go and check her out. Go and check her out. She's over there crocheting her little heart away. Thanks so much and have a great rest of your Saturday and weekend, folks. Take care. Bye bye.